Hello and welcome back to another Will It Forge watching paint dry stream, where we get on to the paints and the supposedly artistic pursuits carried out by me so far. Plenty of you seem to be liking those, so hey, we're gonna keep going. Got some great feedback on a recent stream about my art stuff by some folks who do some classes and run a small gallery, and that was kind of really encouraging because my personal belief about myself is, I can almost draw convincing stick figures. So to have somebody who's working more with and in art come out and say, hey, we really like what you're doing, you very creative and everything, is like, okay, I'm stealing the idea for coloring pages, but I got patience and self-discipline for the like, so kind of go with it that way. No, I was very gracious, which is it's a good thing for me to get to appreciating that positive feedback from people. I'm not a big one for taking praise, as some of you know. So that was a bonus plus for me, and of course, kudos to Blue for my Blue Yeti mic. That's not a sponsorship thing. That is my mic died a few weeks back on a Jack Gunsky stream, and Blue replaced it. It's approximately $150 mic. They replaced it on warranty, even though the mic says I bought it like 2.5 years ago. One thing says the warranty's 2 years, one thing says it's 3 years. They didn't quibble at all. They replaced it. It was just kind of a slow RMA process. I'm a little bit confused by that because for my one broken mic, they sent me 2 brand new ones of the same make and model, so like $300 in tech equipment, and they haven't given me any information on returning the broken one yet, so I'm waiting for an email back from them on that. While I'm doing this, please give me a feedback if the sound has issues. I spent some time this morning trying to tweak it back in because I'd been on the headset mic a little while, and well, things don't line up quite the same way between the headset mic and the really nice Blue condenser mic. And I took the time that I was down, I got a microphone boom arm with a shock mic and an extra foam cap for the microphone. So now we should be out of the, any tech related sound issues aside from just potato clocking down to the, hey, I suck. But there's suck and then there's suck. And I don't have any delusions of adequacy, but I do tend to think I'm on the lesser, suck a little. So we'll see how that goes. Now, if you look at the, sorry, I'm having a little bit of issue in where to stick one of my drinks. Had to do a little bit of adulting today, and so I ended up with a diet soft drink and a bottle of Voodoo Ranger IPA. This is not a sponsored stream, but if you like beers with a hint or aftertaste of citrus, which I did not do until about 3 bottles into the Voodoo Ranger, and now I'm kind of hooked on it, it's a good one to have. Not sponsored content, it's just, hey, I enjoy it. We'll see how the cats do today, because they've had their catnip, but they're also kind of in the hyper mode right now, so we'll see where that goes. In the meantime, it's going to be our usual thing. Painting, chat, music, singing, probably some loud yowls from the peanut gallery over there, and we'll take everything in stride. Now, if you look at your screen, it's been up with the where things were after the last one. Did a lot of stuff in my blue period, so to speak, there. In just a moment, we'll switch over to the camera, and you can see where we're sitting on the fake counter right now. This fake counter is 2 cardboard boxes, a large tile that I also got to be a laser backdrop, and then my work on top of that. And since y'all are quiet right now, which is fine by me, we're just going to go ahead and I am going to get some music started and get into figuring out what I'm going to do next with the painting. I know I had a plan, but that was 3 weeks ago, so I have to kind of like remember what the plan was. Because I didn't review and I didn't give myself like a cheat sheet recap for stuff. But I got this really nice mount now for the microphone so it doesn't take up table space on me. It just kind of hovers there to the side. And in just a moment, we'll get some tunes. And we're going to go ahead and start with some straight note chaser. I think I might have 1 or 2 Peter Howlands in there. Those of you new and don't know the score on that, straight note chaser openly advocates for the recording and sharing of their live shows. And so with few exceptions, I don't have any problems with copyright on those. And then I do have a license agreement with Mr. Peter Howlands. If you look in the description, you have a link to his YouTube channel and his website, and he has graciously agreed to allow me to play his music on my streams and my videos, as long as I link back to him, and I link back to him, and I link back to him, and I shout him out all the time. I'm a big fan, especially for the style of music he does. And so generally speaking, I don't have too much issue with copyright, though a thing here, a thing there gets claimed. I usually just end up muting it, or depending if it's by the copyright owner, I let them keep it if I don't mute it. Because I'm not making money here. I'm just having some fun. I'm hoping you're having some fun. I encourage going out to those people's websites and everything like that, their channels, see their stuff, buy their stuff. If I ever get some money saved up that isn't going towards replacing Potato Clock, I will be buying some of the CDs from Peter Howlands. I tell you about brain hiccups on me. Always a fun thing. And those of you that are new here and don't know the score, I will be working on the picture, and you'll see that in just a minute. And we'll be playing music, and I will be, at least for some of it, singing along. You can take and mute me if you don't like it. You can have fun in the chat when people don't have to work. Some of them do have lots of fun in the chat, and we can kind of go from there. Anyway, I'm going to start with touching up a little bit of the main running down the back here, because I got a couple of spots where I saw overlap, and we'll get the music going.
I didn't do it.
Girl, I must warn you, I sense something strange in my mind. Situation is serious, the thrill is I'm running out of time. It's all so beautiful, Relationships that seem from the start. It's all so deadly when lovers are together from the heart. Check it out. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. This circus forever. That girl is poison. Told me her name is Billie. Just wants to see. Being alone. One day it's so falling around. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. Mama always told me, be careful what you do. Be careful what you do. Well, lie becomes true. Billie Jean is not my love. She's just a girl who is a fire. But the kid is not my son. But the kid is not my son. She's so kind. She drag you right out of your mind. She'll hear all when you find the way she seems. She'll make you think you're dreaming. You'll fall in love and you'll be screaming. Deep. Ooh, dance all around. So keep my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. This circus of love, that girl is poison. She is poison.
Okay, Charlie, I'm going to see your Bruce Springsteen one last time and raise you one. A John Hopkins. I need some help singing though, it's been a long run. It's all the same. Only change every day. Seems we're wasting away. Another place where the faces are so cold. I travel all night just to get back home. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. I'm still on sunrise, and I'm wanted, dead or alive, wanted, dead or alive. Tommy used to work on the dock. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. His love so tough. She knows that early. Working with a man, she brings home the pay for love. Oh, for love. Since you got a hold on to what we got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for
and trying to be careful. And so far, you can see I'm using the actual like discs and dried watercolor pigment. I do have some tubes of the watercolors that come in a liquid form, like acrylics and oil paints, and I haven't gotten into those yet. But what I'm doing with these is I've got the different dried paints. I just take the pipette and I drip water in the one that I want, and I mix it up with the brush until I'm getting the depth of color and the consistency that I'm looking for the painting that I'm doing here, which typically involves having it a bit more on the wet side, and we get big drops of water that do a combination of dry out and soaking into the wood. And that's part of where we get our name for the stream of watching paint dry, because that's part of what we do here. Wazowski Dad's out here.
1, 2, 3. Disney movies set the bar with stories that are bizarre, expensive toys that kids desire will bankrupt you. I have catfished a girl.
hiding, scheming, pretending. Don't tell princess that I'm a street rat. That truth we can hide.
I just met a great guy, but will my father approve of him? He's arranged my marriage to Jafar, which makes me want to cry. It's a fair one. Please don't come beside me. Just take it very far away from Alabama. Even though I barely know you, it's just me and you.
It's me and you.
I'm tired too.
When you eat when you eat my face.
In a land part two. Out in France
Lived a prince, he was super arrogant. An enchantress put a spell on him, his face would make you wince. Found a girl named Belle, only chance to win this spell. Locked in his castle forever. Stockholm syndrome now or never.
talking clock, talking candle, might shout too much to handle, and the service here
Who's getting
quite
insane?
They'll fill you up
Up with free pie, but they charge for Wi-Fi.
with friends and in distress as his guest forever is
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Too bad that all of it's wet and moldy. Wouldn't you think she's the girl who wins everything? But who cares? No big deal. She wants more. She's trying to be where the people are, but her dad really hates those humans. It's supposed to be hard with those feet. But Ursula made a deal for her voice, which would cause any man to rejoice. How do they sing under the sea without gurgling? Disney made this movie. There was one hole to be had to scare the crap out of every kid into listening to their mom and dad. It's circle of life. We're all hyenas who were hired by your uncle, who wants to take your throne. Oh, and some of you know I do listen to and enjoy some stuff by Ranting Monkey and Lords of the Night and everything. Really funny thing is, Ranting Monkey has talked about how great it would be to be copy claimed for the singing on his channel. Now, as you've heard, I'm sure, I sing with this stuff. I've been copy claimed. Obviously because of the original content, not because of how great I am. But, you know, ego boost, right? I go and drop my paints and these splash them all over the place. One of the things I'm looking at too, because I'm always spending money that I'm not getting back on this channel, because hey, is for when I do those tubed paints, they have glass or porcelain or ceramic palettes for squeezing them out onto and mixing the colors and everything they've got like an airtight seal to put on them for keeping the paints and everything. So I might end up buying one of those at some point along the way. They're not terribly expensive, less than $20 generally speaking, but where was that hair? Downside of living with the laser cats is I do get cat hair on stuff, and then I do something silly like paint my table. And it sounds like Wazowski is not going to give us peace on the stream. Go enjoy the catnip. I know you like it.
All together, hoist the colors high. Evil thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we revel, we loot, drink up your heinies, ho-ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot, drink up your heinies, ho-ho. We kindle and char, we flame and ignite, drink up your heinies, ho-ho. We burn up the city, we're really a fright, drink up your heinies, ho-ho.
Come all ye pretty fair maids, whoever you may be, who love a jolly Sailor Moon that plows the raging sea. My heart is pierced by Cupid, I disdain all glittering gold. There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor boy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best songs from the 1960s, one of the quintessential hits.
Coming through too soft. This one's a good girl, some good girls, straight masterpiece. Live it up and sing. I got drop song and sing along here. My something so pretty. Call the police and the fireman too high. You try to wanna retire, man. Say my name, you know who I am too high. I'll tell you about that money breakdown.
Girls hitch Halloween. Girls hitch Halloween.
Girls hitch Halloween.
Cause Uptown won't gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown won't gon' give it to you. Cause
Uptown won't gon' give it to you. Saturday night in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
don't believe me, just watch.
Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Pull it out, it's a switch. Watching Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we're gonna show up with the fish of the day. Call the police and the fireman too high. Drag water and siren. Say my name, you know who I am, too high. I'm bad about that mic. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch it. Dance, jump on. Don't believe me, just watch.
Sorry, Corey. Thanks for the scotch pre-show. That was nice. That was nice, man. All right, as we said, we're moving on to the last 2 decades. We combined the last 2 decades, the 90s and the 2000s together. The reason why we do that is because we can't keep you from the bar and the casino for much longer at this point. Such a great decade, the 90s for us, and Straight No Chaser, that was our birth. We all met back in 1996 at Indiana University, sang for the first time. That's right. That's why we wear the red ties, the Hoosiers. We were there for 3 years and graduated around the year 2000, went our separate ways. And thanks to Al Gore for inventing the internet, we uploaded a video on YouTube. Actually, Randy did that, one of the guys in the group, and the video, 12 Days of Christmas, went viral. In 2007, we were signed to a record deal with Atlantic Records. So, yeah. So that's the Straight No Chaser history of the past 20 years. We now like to give you the music history of the last 20 years. The way we're going to do that is we got the Straight No Chaser jukebox over there that DR's leaning on. We're all going to pick a few songs, some of our favorite from the past 2 decades. So, DR, why don't you start off?
Oh man, everybody loves this 90s classic. Here we go.
Welcome here, I saw it. Check out the Hook My DG Revolver. fast. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn it back around. Every single time. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn my back around. Every single time, 'cause I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind.
Yo, I'm definitely not afraid to admit, when my friends were around, I used to rock out to this one in my car. My loneliness is killing me, and I
must confess, I still believe.
when I'm not with you, I lose my mind.
Give me a sign.
Hit me, baby, one more time. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
I'm gonna have to go back through my resources again for the better sound files.
My name is Randy, and I'm from Chicago, where you're either a Cubs fan or a Sox fan. And out near New York, you might be either a Yankees fan or this season a Yankees fan. But in the 60s, during the British invasion, there were two bands that stood out above all the rest, except we couldn't just pick one of them.
I need somebody, not just anybody.
You know I need someone, yeah.
I need somebody, not just anybody.
You know I need someone, yeah.
When I was young, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help.
satisfaction. Cause I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I can't get no.
Find myself in times of trouble, of American sea, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Into my outer darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Hey, Mr. Dax, welcome to the stream. No, this isn't from Glee. I run almost exclusively music-wise Straight No Chaser and Peter Hollins. Straight No Chaser, I try to go for their live shows where they openly advocate for recording and sharing their music on the internet. And then for Peter Hollins, I've got an agreement with him where he lets me use his music in my streams and my videos, and I shill the heck out of him every time I do. You can find links to his YouTube channel and to his website in the channel description. YouTube channel where he's got, you know, all the music that he does, and then the website where you can buy CDs and from other sources. Yeah, Glee does a lot of stuff where they do the remixes and the medleys and everything, but I never got into Glee. I'm generally not a big fan of remakes, but some of these a cappella groups do really play into my taste, so I'll end up being really happy working with their stuff. And then there's so you got Benny the Human Jukebox and Axis of Awesome, who do some really amazing medley work too. But I don't have any agreements with them or some of the other people that I really like listening to, so I'm not as likely to play them because joke's on Monkey, even when I'm singing, I get copyright claimed. I can imagine Glee doing something like that, but as much as my oldest got into Glee, I was always yeah, give me something a little more, I tend to be very critical and set in my ways. Yeah, Straight No Chaser, they're a great one. Axis of Awesome. They don't have a lot of stuff for Axis of Awesome. They're like a comedy rock band, but their thing on a 4-chord song is just... it's the greatest. It is just amazing. Because they got this little skit about... basically all it takes to make a pop hit is knowing 4 chords, and all the songs being 4-chord songs, and they do a pretty good job of proving the theory. And then Benny does some other things where he does medleys from 4 and 6 chords. And they'll riff on Lady Gaga and some other stuff. Yeah, Benny, their 4-chord song is awesome. Benny does his own things on that where he just has insane medleys. Also fun are where he does his, I want to guess that he's doing like stand-up bits in bars or karaoke or comedy clubs. But he does his human jukebox thing with his melodica, and it's damn impressive. I had a friend send me a picture of the color wheel that I talk about so much, because the not so joke on this channel is we don't need no stinking color wheel. We kind of throw that out the window. But a friend sent me a picture of a color wheel, and I'm gonna have to find that picture so I can throw it up on screen some point. But it'd be a color wheel that I would use for this channel, because it's a dartboard. With the color wheel on it, so you throw the dart and say, oh yeah, that's the color I'm going to use next. I would so do that. Okay, so I'm going to line up a set from Mr. Peter Hollins, and if you like a cappella, he is an amazing one to listen to. Another one that's amazing to listen to on the a cappella set, but I haven't gotten any arrangements with him right now. So I do try not to do a lot of the stuff that's likely to get me copy claimed indiscriminately. I'm going to say Jared Hawley. I think it's Jared Hawley. I'll have that. Yeah, Jared Hawley, Halley. He does this thing where he's got his window broken down into 20 different blocks, and he'll pop into microphone on each one to sing a different part of the song or the vocal percussion in the background to make it where he does primarily a cappella. And then sometimes if there's not as many parts, he'll do some crazy dancing around things too. And it's funny, it's amazing. He's got some really good vocal work there. I'll shill lots of different people, but I limit what I play to stuff that's not likely to get me struck. I get the occasional claim, but half of those are spurious. But so far, nobody strikes me, and I kind of like it that way because I like to be able to stream. Oh. Okay, so this one, load up a full set of Peter Hollins, and a couple of these will get me copy claimed, but they'll get me copy claimed by people like Sony and the like, who can't discern between the official recordings and covers of their work. So I usually get out of most of those without a problem.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Yes, I love that song too. The next one on here as well. He does them with large school choirs. The next one, I'm not going to play the follow comments on it, as I usually don't, where he does additional commentary and description, because I'm in it for the music, or I'm in it to win it, depending on your point of view. But there is a background story on that particular performance, which, yeah, as much as I don't do much feeling. It's funny because Satsu talks about not feeling. It's like amateur. But that one can bring some definite hit in the feels. Kind of like I had one yesterday, not music related, it was work related, talking in a situation where the customer that I was helping had lost, her husband passed away the day the bank processed the payment for their bill. And so the bank rejected it, and it caused the service to cancel. It was a mess that should never have happened. And since I lost Mrs. Forge, there's one area where I tend to be a little bit tender-hearted, and that one hit me right in the feels. So yeah, it sucks that you can't do music streams without the copy claims and everything. I would, and here's the thing though, as far as my stream goes and all of that, if I could do, just indiscriminately play music knowing that I'm not making any money anyway, and maybe they'll hit me with a claim if they think I'll be making money and they want to get their share of it, I'd be fine with that. I'd be totally fine with that. I wouldn't complain or anything. But my concern tends to be if somebody crosses the line between claiming and deciding, hey, this person needs to be struck because he's playing that music, and, I actually like doing this as much as I could be classified as an introvert normally and that, but I enjoy doing this, and I would not want to take that hit and get that strike on my channel. So I tend to be very, very cautious about what I play. If you liked that last one, you may like this one too.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return to your thoughts, I'll soon be listening, and in the road I'll stop and turn, then the wind will set the racing as my journey nears its end, and the path I'll be retracing as I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, lost its meaning. I'll be homeward bound in
Hey Hollins family, this was one of the most special videos I have ever made.
And just a moment, because just the perfect timing for the microphone boom to say we're not going to quite hold it the way that we were holding it and try and jump down. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube does on streaming privileges on copyright strikes as far as when and everything, but they do hit you in the copyright strikes pretty fast, is my understanding. And I do stream on D-Live too, but I like being able to stream on this channel as well as my D-Live channel, and I wouldn't want that taken away just because somebody got butthurt over a copyright. Which is really crazy if you think about it, because there's no way I'm detracting from the people that whose music I'm using. If anything, I'm driving traffic to them. If it's people who have not listened to their stuff before, not familiar with it, going to check them out, or else people sick and tired of my voice going to listen to it without me. So, you know, my personal thought is that from the very basic of copyright law, I'd probably be in the clear to some extent. But I do see the other side too. I'm not exactly transformative, but I'm not taking anything away from them. Some of the story behind that song and that performance of that song, as far as hitting one in the feels, he approached that school choir about doing a collaborative piece like that, and they helped pick the song, and that they picked that song as one of their classmates had passed away unexpectedly, and was one of her favorite songs and everything. So there was a lot of extra there. Could probably make something out of that for monetary donations to Monkey or Jack on Monkey in the Morning, to give them some nightmare material, as people like to do. I might have to do a little bit more playing after this stream with my microphone setup, because the connection to the from the boom to the table isn't quite as stable as I was hoping. So I might have to rig something to give it a little bit better to grip on. But I'm really liking having the mic just kind of hanging in space rather than taking up desk space. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like I'm taking something and I can see some of the other side, but it's not like I'm taking something and drawing traffic away from them. If anything, I'm driving to them, which is actually a consideration for copyright determinations. It's not the only one, but it is a consideration on the table when they're going to consider the whole thing. Are you transformative? Is it commentary? Are you drawing away from them? Are they losing money? Are they losing income? And you making money because of what you're doing? Now, you can still be violating the copyright without making money. And it is possible to be violating the copyright while still driving traffic to them. But it can be mitigating. So far, though, I just get copyright claims and then I clean them up on the back end. And it's hilarious because all the music that gets claimed, I'm singing in it. I'm not the main, I'm singing with a recorded performance, but I'm singing in what the stuff they're claiming. And I haven't had very many claiming that actually had the right to claim it. Atlantic Records owns the copy to the Straight No Chaser recorded works, so if I do something that is from one of their CDs or official studio recordings, Atlantic Records may claim that. And then there's a group that represents Peter Hollins for some of his stuff, and they've occasionally claimed one or two parts of a stream based on one of his performances that I played, which I do have the licensing agreement with him. But I don't fight about those too much. I've had Disney claim portion of my stream because I performed with Peter Hollins his version of Be Prepared from The Lion King, and they claimed it due to its similarity to Be Prepared from the Japanese version. So an English cover that isn't even, word for word verbatim from the song was too close to the Japanese version that it triggered the algorithm. This is how bad YouTube's algorithm is on this. Trying to get these pieces through, and I got a lot of them that fit this pattern, so it's going to be interesting to see if I can get all this color done today or not. Oh, you'll get this one too. This one, which I promise is not original artists at all. This one is Peter Hollins and a guitarist that he found for this particular thing, because he usually does a cappella, but he didn't want to for this one. And you can guess who claims the copyright on this performance, even though it doesn't have any, other than the melody and lyrics, it does not have anything close.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion. I was soaring ever higher, but I flew too high. Though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. I hear the voices when I'm dreaming. I can hear them say,
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary hands to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Masquerading as a man with a reason. My charade is the event of the season. And if I claim to be a wise man, it surely means that I don't know. On a stormy sea of moving emotion, tossed about him like a ship on the ocean. I set a course for winds of fortune, but I hear the voices say,
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
carry on. You will always remember. Carry on. Don't get deep for the splendor. Now your life's no longer empty. Surely heaven waits for you. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Let your weary head to rest. Don't you cry. Don't you cry, no.
Hey, Hollins family, thank you so much.
And just like that, I got claimed. Yes, that is still Peter Hollins. He got Stevie T to do the guitar on that. But that is Peter Hollins. And let's just say that particular performance right there gets me copy claimed all the time. And half the time I just go and mute it, half the time I go and contest it. If I contest it, I win because it's not their recording. Yeah, he is amazingly talented, and that's... I wanted to be able to run his singing and his works in my channel without him coming after me, because I'll deal with copy claims coming from people who don't actually have a right to the claim the performed work. I want to make sure that I'm in the clear from the people that actually own the work. So I reached out to him, and I think it was through Facebook Messenger, and asked about making arrangements, if he was open to making arrangements for licensing and everything, and he gave me express open permission to run anything from his channel, so long as I provide links back to at least his channel or the piece being performed. So every time I use his stuff, there's a link in the description back to his channel and a link to his website where he sells stuff. And sometimes there's been claims from the group that does some of the representing of his interests, and I don't fight them too much because it's protecting his interests, and I'm cool with that. I've got a license, and that even if even if they want to claim it, I'm not making any money on this stream. Even if they want to claim it, I'm in clear conscience and clean hands on it because I do have a license for it. There's no reason to get too picky and fighting back and forth on them. Yeah, he's really talented, and he does a lot of with the acapella, the solos, the duets, collaborations with some groups. The two with the choirs, his collaborations with over 300 people. And then he's got one piece he does, I'll have it in the playlist later, from The Greatest Showman, where he's got, it's a collaboration with over 500 people. He reached out to his followers. And I wasn't a follower for his at the time, which kind of sucks because I would have loved to be part of one of the collaborations and everything. But it was a collaboration with over 500 of his followers to make a single video performing This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. And I've never seen the movie or anything, but I like that performance of that song. And this is what happens when you get a drop of water in your work, especially on watercolor. I'm going to have to clean this up later, like on another stream, because there's just too much water in that to mess with the paints. I am going to have to reach out to like Jared Halley or however he pronounces it, and see if I can work out, see if he's open to some kind of a licensing agreement, because one, branch out in variety. Two, he's another great performer. He's got plenty of his own talent, and I like to share that out, and I like to spread the word on that. Oh, and this one's going to get claimed, but it's going to be claimed by the group that One Voice. They represent him for some of his recorded works. a little harder for me because I'm not really a tenor. He is. He's a great tenor. I'm definitely not a tenor, but I've got a respectable falsetto some of the time if I don't track myself off and crack like I did somewhere in there. But that's a Clockwork thing. I played that one and it's like, claimed. Okay, well, I'll cope. The folks claiming it'll stick to their guns on it, and they do represent his interests. So as long as they don't strike me, I'm usually pretty good. I do tend to mute the stuff that they still push for it, unless it's they really don't have a chance on it. But I go for the clear conscience because, you know, people gonna people on stuff like that, and you know, it's like Disney's gonna Disney. People are gonna claim stuff that isn't theirs, hoping to either get the money or get you to knuckle under, and I won't. I'll say if it's a matter of I'm right, they're wrong, and they don't have a claim, I'll fight it. If it's a matter of they have some right to it, they're ignoring my licensing, and I'm not making money off of it anyway, yeah, I'll go with the clear conscience and clean hands on that, and be satisfied with that. I don't have to go fighting everything constantly on it. One of the things is I'm hitting some of these fine things and everything, and there's a spot right here where you may be able to see some of the color, maybe not. The wood there's the thickness of a human hair. So it's tricky to paint that with a drop of paint the size of a drop of water. In this particular color, I'm going to need some touch up after, definitely. Yeah, see, I have done singing in choirs and on stage, in plays and musicals and performances and everything, which is hilarious when you consider my stage fright. You know, stage fright, the autism, general introvertedness that I've gotten into and really enjoyed the streaming, and that I've done things like that is just absolutely hilarious. But you kind of make of it what you will, and you know, sometimes the odd and unusual clicks for you, right? And like Monkey, I do like to sing, unless I'm like, you know, unless I'm really sad or stretch the microphone a little bit further out of the way because I'm hitting it with my head now. Unless I'm getting into like the sad and depressed, and that gets a little tricky, but you know, I like to sing. And I at least used to enjoy music, so I like to get back to that. And I was in an abnormally good mood today, even though I had to go an adult for a bit, at the grocery store, and had some music going, and actually got to moving the feet and the body a little bit with the tune and everything. Is funny because I am, you know, not to put too fine of a, you know, too gentle a phrasing on it, I'm a cripple. Actually, some of my disabilities are similar to Monkey's, although he's, I think, got more spinal damage and is much more disabled in that regards. And I've never been coordinated and everything like that. So dancing for me is uncoordinated spastic gyrations that could be mistaken for a seizure, and probably has before. But I was moving to some of the music today and enjoying it. Don't know what to say to that. Yeah, singing does release some of those happy hormones. I'll give you that much. As far as the art styles and everything, I don't know which is the most difficult. I've done painting like this with watercolors before. That was a challenge. I do these with the really fine detail on them, which makes it more challenging. And so I end up getting the super fine paint brushes. Speaking of super fine, it takes more, but I should really be switching to my 5/0s instead of 3/0s for this. Makes it a little less messy. That's why I ended with the magnifier and everything. And getting in close, because I'm dealing with really fine detail and everything. But I did another dragon picture with watercolors before, just not on stream. This one's got a lot more. This one's larger. It's got easily as much fine detail as the other one, so I get the really fine detail ones and the challenging ones because I hate myself. But I've also done a acrylic painting on stream. That was season 1 of watching paint dry. I will be doing some acrylic freehand after this season, after the watercolor. At least that's my plan. I challenge myself, that's for certain. I do challenge myself, but it's as a punishment too, or something. Maybe think I'm getting too full of myself or something, and kind of, Will, you need to take it down a notch. You're gonna punish yourself until you do. But people enjoy it. I enjoy it. I got the stream, I got the music, I got the chat. I am not going to, I'm not going to let a lot of stuff get me down for this. As far as the injuries, Monkey did spinal injury, and if I understand the story right, it was the weirdest thing, because just like moved wrong or something, and he had like spinal damage and damage to the nerves and everything. I was in a car accident and shattered the pelvic socket, fractured some ribs, broke my nose, various soft tissue injuries, fractured some vertebrae. Fun and interesting experience. Long recovery. Bonus, I can feel hurricanes coming 1,000 miles off. Downside of that is I can feel the hurricanes on the East Coast, and since I live in the Midwest, they're never going to get to me. I never leave home without my cane because I never know when I'm going to need it. Let's scratch that. If I'm doing any amount of walking, I'm definitely going to need it. It's changed life, but your options are you live with it or you don't. Doesn't do me any good to, generally speaking, be down in the dumps or anything about it. You go on, and when you don't get held back by it, you don't get held back by it, and some people don't realize the situation you're in. The other times, just like, yeah, okay. Life hurts, but your options are live or die. I'd rather live. Oh, I got a different follow message on T Live. What was that? Ah. Von Beaverhausen. I'm not sure the pronunciation on it is definitely not English. Welcome to the channel and the show where we chat, we have music, and we watch paint dry. Yeah, exactly. You adapt and you try to make the best of it. I enjoyed the fact that I'm actually like an inch and a half shorter than I was before the accident, because I hit my head on less stuff. Curse of being tall. I got that tall privilege. I can reach the top cabinet, but I can also hit my head on the ceiling over that cabinet. And the anchor for the microphone boom is definitely going to make me come up with some creative solutions. In fact, we're going to pause a moment. We're going to pause a moment, do one of my midstream be right backs, and I'm going to see if I can't fix this a little bit better, because it's just disconnected on me a second time. And it's not the microphone coming off the boom, it's the boom coming off the table. So get some music going, and I will be right back.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching Loch Lomond. I did the song because you requested it. I need to give an amazing thanks to my patrons for supporting me on this. I can't do this without you. I want to give you guys a free song for supporting me this year. This was Loch Lomond, and this free song is Danny Boy. So if you like this song, I guarantee you will like Danny Boy. So just click over to my website and get that. My appreciation for you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I have so many in the works. I can't tell you how stoked I am. I will only probably be able to do this song this month, but if you missed like the 4 or 5 I did in December, click this video up here and see all of the videos I did last year, all 27 of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please send this to someone that you love, and it would mean the world to me if you would like the video, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather around her. miner's lady, stranger to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning, now she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads.
Beaverhausen. Got it, I think. We'll see. As far as the boom for the microphone goes, I've got to, after the stream or sometime this next week, I got to mess with where it connects to the table I got it connecting to, because I don't have it doesn't have a really good anchor for the arm reaching straight out, which is what I've got for working on the artwork here, which I will just have to figure out a fix for. And I'll get it one way or another. And just all the sound tests I did for getting my replacement mic from Blue, I didn't look into exactly how well this balances out on the boom. But I love the boom because it's not taking up table space from my art. I'm feeling less crowded, which is good. And now my channel, my stream has been claimed as well by Sony and a recording house that represents John Denver. Yes, the bit from Skyrim gets claimed by Sony. Funny as that is. Yeah, he actually, if you go to his channel, his performance of that Country Roads Take Me Home, he did that dressed up like a vault dweller and everything, and they themed the whole thing based on Fallout 76 due to the Fallout 76 being set in West Virginia. And a lot of his videos have some kind of a story like that. They're really, really fun to get into. Yeah, pretty tall and not always a privilege is too true. Name an overhead object that is like fixed ground-based, like a roof, a lean-to, ceiling, door frame, light fixture, not something that's like flying 40,000 feet overhead. Name a fixed overhead object. I've hit my head on it. Maybe there's a reason why I am like I am. It's a brain damage. Well, not really brain damage, but I am not neurotypical, and I make So these days I don't make a pretense to being such. It's just easier. People that know me know that there is something a little bit off sometimes. Let me just take it in stride. least I take it in stride. They can be irritated or not. It's up to them. I kid. I've surprisingly, I have got friends that know me in real life, including ones that haven't been, shackled with having to work with me and being stuck that way. And I don't just mean friends through YouTube like Monkey and Satsu and everything. When I had the camera off, I did think another example of my acrylic work, the plaque that I did for Aaliyah's birth for Satsu and Squishy. If you've seen that, that was a fun experience. Designing and lasering and painting that to come out with a beautiful piece that's going to last them for a while. And since they had a really good acrylic clear coat, they could have used that as like a placemat for her eating, although I'd have been a little bit disturbed if they'd done that with the art. Yeah, it definitely looks weird when you're like, that might hit my head, so I'm going to move accordingly. And, people notice that, to others, it's 6 inches over her head, and you're like, 6 inches isn't that much. Okay. Yeah, keep an eye on my time, because some of these streams, it gets real easy to lose track of where we are time-wise, and there's no way I'm going to try and stream over Lords of the Night on Ranting Monkey's channel. I'll do cross-stream time with Satsu playing games, knowing I won't have a huge following. I'll do it against one of Monkey's one-off streams, or even TEDx with Scribe. But Lords of the Night, I am no competition, and I don't try to be. Let's see, what piece did I have? So what do I have lined up next? Ah, yeah, this one.
Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say who murdered 3. Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree, or a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a necklace of hope side by side with me? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say you murdered 3. Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? Let the dead men call now
love to free. Strange things that happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell and echo in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds.
And that one features also a Tim Faust from Home Free. They are another amazing a cappella group. And Peter does some things with Tim and a few things with the whole group. So you get people with lots of talent doing their own collaborations for stuff, and it's always a fun listen. Oh, long day when you have to adult. I had to go to the store today. Now, my local grocery store, I live in an apartment with 2 cats, and my local grocery store smells more like it's got a cat problem than my apartment does. And you know, all those masks they make you wear these days and everything doesn't do anything more for the smell than it does for the virus, but what can you say? Here in Michigan, they make the governor has decided unilaterally to make it mandatory with big money fines. Big money for a person like me. I am not going to have that fight on my hands, so I put something over my face and hope that it bugs people. But going to the store and adulting definitely takes and uses up some of your energy. Which is one thing I don't always have a lot of. Then I come and stream for a while, which is a lot more fun than shopping and adulting. And then I'm beat and worn out the rest of the day. I don't know how Monkey does the streaming thing full time, except for that he really loves it, and it is his day job. Lady Monkey's got her day job, the Monkey's got his day job. Then there's me, I've got my day job, and then I do this on weekends, even odd split for gaming streams and the art streams. And I do make videos, but I haven't in a while. I need to get back on that. And I need to think about reviving the political, semi-political channel I have, which doesn't have much posted on it. And I keep separate from Will It Forge and separate from Creepy Forge, which one of these weeks is going to get Telltale Heart posted to it. Potato Clock's been playing nice and stable for the last couple of weeks, so I need to sit down and finish that video and upload it. And so my to-do list is longer than my energy stockpile, I think. But life is what it is, right? But I decided this has graduated to a 2-beer stream, which is fine. Enjoying some Voodoo Ranger IPA. Speaking of which, all you people, all you businesses and products that I call out because I really, really like them, if you want to sponsor me, I won't complain. Which I know that won't go anywhere because, that's, who's the folks that bottle this? Looks like Voodoo Ranger. The FBI is watching me, but Voodoo Ranger certainly isn't.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are, but I won't let let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let them safety in. We are racing through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I'm not brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love. 'Cause there's nothing when the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching on. I make no apologies, this is me.
Yeah, and that was Peter Hollins with I think it's something like 523 of his fans. And they did like submitting recordings and some stuff maybe through Zoom or similar conferencing channel and everything, and some people on video and choreographed even, and it was a major undertaking that I found out about after it was over. And don't know if I've got the self-confidence to have tried it at the time. But I'd like to think that it would have been fun. Not like I haven't been part of choirs and performances before. And all the way back to like doing choir performances like 5 and 6 years old. Can't say that I'm necessarily really good at singing, but give some points for enthusiasm. A couple more for disciplined and willing to try. which is a grading skill that I would have never applied when I was working at the school. Yeah, I messed up this spot. Let's see if I can get some paper towel in there and soak some of it up. Sorry, I almost sneezed in your ears. It would have been a very unfun experience. I do think I'm just about done with the parts I'm going to do in this color, at least for now. And then I think we'll be calling the stream to a close because I've got a monocolor painted across the whole board, which means that adding a new color without sticking my hand in it would be especially tricky. And the goal of this is to paint the dragon, not to paint me. I had to be careful I can't make the background more gay than the dragon. The goal is the dragon stands out from the background, and the background's more gay, or the dragon's as gay as monkey's hair, and take it from there. And of course, the part that I don't show you folks on stream is right after doing this. Take an extra 5-10 minutes cleaning my brushes and stuff like that, and then start putting the paints and brushes and stuff away. A little bit of the moderately good practices of taking care of the tools and materials I have, at least some of the time. Let's see. And now it's not Wazowski yelling for attention, it's Boo. And Boo in particular knows that there's no reason to call out for attention right now, so your cat's gonna cat. Well, for the brush cleaner, I've actually got like it's the Master's brush cleaner and preserver, and it cleans from oil, acrylic stains, and watercolors, and it helps clean and condition the brushes, and the stuff is marvelous. Got that off of Amazon, and was a little surprised when I saw how small the package was, but it's like it's a hard brush soap, so you have to like wet down the brush and swirl it around in there and everything, and the stuff is gonna last forever. In part because I'm only cleaning brushes once or twice a week, well, about once a week or every other week, and in part because it doesn't take very much to totally clean and condition your brush. And hello, Data Wasteland. Welcome to the tail end of the stream. I gotta tell you that in the street in front of an oncoming bus is not the best place to be. Back in my hospital time after my accident, my roommate actually got hit by a drunk driver. taking my brush loving too hard, or too way too far. No, it's the cleaning and taking good care of the brush, so I don't have to buy a replacement for it. Because I've got probably $40-50 into brushes now. A reasonable amount of duplication in there as far as sizes and uses. It's the OCD and autism kicking in there. Got a little extra beyond what I needed. But hey, take good care of them and let them last for a while. Yeah, my roommate in the hospital, he totaled out a car getting hit by a drunk driver. It was 2 broken legs, 1 broken arm, some broken ribs, and a totaled car. So he got away from made it away from that more or less alive and intact after some medical care, and the car was never the same again. You don't get that with a city bus. Well, you never dunk your brush totally into the paint, but it gets a little tricky dealing with the watercolors sometime. And I'm not a classically trained and talented artist. I have no regard for the color wheel or anything like that. And my techniques probably send art school graduates into conniption fits. That's just the way it is. But I do take good care of the brush on the other side of it, and I clean up after myself, and my investment in brushes is going to last me a while because of that. Yeah, oh no, I wash them after use, and I wash them I wash them after use, and I clean them thoroughly at the end of the stream, and I let them dry flat and straight. That brush soap is actually, it's good for cleaning and conditioning and shaping your brush too. So if you want the brush to have a specific shape to the bristles, it will let you condition and shape that at the same time. But I like them nice and straight. And I think I'm gonna call that it for this color for right now. I do see a few things on the outer edge kind of thing where I can do a little bit more painting before I call it quits, though. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Dex, exactly. Coffee to go, or yes, I want fries with that. Nice and straight. Data, I like a woman with a little bit of curve to her myself. You should have met Mrs. Forge. Beautiful lady. Definitely has the womanly figure. Actually, it says I work in customer service. At least 2 of my coworkers are art school graduates, and one of them is actually on my team at work, and so when we're doing team meetings, which are video conference calls right now, you got her sitting in front of her computer in the office with various artworks behind her that she made. And I guess that does line up with me with my my accounting degree and math degree and computer minor and working in customer service. So not everybody ends up doing work in their field of expertise and training, but those, art majors, you kind of like count on them being somewhere else. Let's see. Classic. Somebody got an interest into the stream and asked about the timing and everything of the stream, and even asked for a reminder when I started streaming, because they wanted something to watch around this time frame and everything, and then actually sent them a message when the stream started, which they have not yet read. Apparently they got busy on other stuff. And do a few more of these dots and circles on the edge, which I can do without painting myself. Yeah, if the job is what you love, you never work again. I got to figure out a way to get independently wealthy so that I can do stuff like this in gaming the rest of my life, because I enjoy helping people, so customer service is kind of good for that. But I'm not joking when I talk about being autistic and borderline antisocial and everything like that. And of course, with those particular quirks to my personality, I am working in customer service. Makes no sense, but that's what it is. Let's see now, what do I want to do for color for this? The blue, the yellow, the darker red. Let's go with this color. I've not used this one color at all yet, so I've got no clue how it is going to look on the board, which is another part of what I do. Oh, I think that'll look good. Let's do it. Going for a while on this. I was kind of hoping that I'd catch Kyler on a break, but his work schedule must be really keeping him crazy busy right now, which doesn't really surprise me. Yeah, this is another one that gets claimed. Oh yeah, Data Wasteland. It's more than just the darkish background. I'm going to show you, if I can find it here real quickly, is show you my other dragon picture, which was also watercolors, because there's more to making it pop than just the dark background. Yeah, it's right here. Because what we did was we took, and this one doesn't have as many colors on it, but I've got black fine tip oil pen, and all of the lines that border the colors got outlined in black paint using that pen, and that makes all the colors just really jump out, as opposed to this one that I got using just colored pencils, and I clear coated this one with gloss Rust-Oleum, but you can see where between the Rust-Oleum and the fact that it's just the laser engraved browning between the colors, it doesn't pop, it doesn't stand out as much. So what we're going to do with this dragon is the Same thing as here, the black paint outline to it. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties abound. Live TV. One moment. That's a little bit better. You see some of the things that happen to me when I'm planning other stuff entirely. Actually knocked the camera down and knocked a drink over. And I did that without the cats. But it only, let's see, it dumped a little bit of Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi on the floor and on my markers, not anything on my artwork, so no serious damage done. But yeah, that's where that goes. Is my plan is to pick up with the all these lines and outlines with that black oil paint, and all the color is just going to really jump out at you. And so I can have places like this where it's a lighter or a brighter color because it's still going to have that contrast line in there. And that was just something I'm sure there's some kind of classical instruction for art for stuff like that, but not a classically trained artist. I just did one of those, oh, I wonder what this does, how this will look. Oh, that looks great. Yep, definitely want to repeat that process. So I've done the same with the acrylic hedgehog, which was season 1 for the streams on this channel, and I did a cat image in acrylic that got that treatment too. That was not on stream. It was just a gift for a friend. But that one turned out really nice too. And so I'm kind of hooked on that process when at least when it applies smoothly. That or, well, with the elephant I did do a darker background. This was one that I did with markers. And this is actually on maple plywood, and did it with markers, and then I darkened around the elephant and left some of the tusk space natural. So I have ideas for how to do, how at least I like to do specific things and make them look, and so far it's well received. Which tells me that whether or not it's something that somebody classically trained in an art school will like while they are trying to convince me to read their manuscript, or get fries with that, or buy an extra coffee. I get the critical acclaim. I get people who think that I'm a much better artist than I am because they like the results of it. Then I look at things like what Grisella does for Lords of the Night and similar, and like for Matt Christensen and Blonde sometimes. And like, yeah, but I can't do anything remotely close to that. I can almost draw convincing stick figures. Do we want to count that? Yeah, catch you later, Data Wasteland. Probably see you around one of the streams with Monkey and Satsu tonight. Something like that. Have a good dinner. Depending on how messed up some of the stuff is, I might have to look at, I decide if I'm going to keep doing the painting and then do touch-ups at the end, or if I'm going to do some touching up on a stream soon. We'll see. One of the other reasons why I consider this to be like a real major cheat is, yeah, I'm painting. On other ones I painted or done marker, or even that Wolf was color pencil. But what this image is, it's a coloring page. So I threw that in the laser, engraved the wood, and then said, okay, I'm going to pick whatever colors come out of my mind next and do it with this medium. Oh, okay, we're going to need watercolor this time. Watercolor on the fine detail because I hate myself, as I said. Dex said I like to challenge myself. We might have a discussion about that later. But I guess that's one interpretation you can put on that. But this is, I mean, it's not paint by number exactly, because there's no numbers. I'm picking the colors myself. It's glorified coloring. Do I think that that's art? Not usually. Do I feel bad about other people paying me for it? Nope. Careful. Now, time check, I get time for a few more songs and that, and I just gotta make sure I'm off well before 9. But it's been a long day with some adulting, so I'm gonna have to stop soon just because body will need me to rest.
Fire, fire, dragonfire, searing words and ancient time. Wake, wake from the grave, rise to set the world aflame. Night, night, endless night, terror is the only light. Pain, pain, rage untamed, darkness dwells in age-old blade. Love the
skoraf Vågorna kilan var fin graj Vaftan Jossa frurai Vågorn felma
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was such a pleasure working with Maluka again. I think she's got one of the most unique voices of all time.
Yeah, it actually is. A lot of artists will do sketching first, or in some cases take a lot of photos and then sketch and then fill it in with color. So I guess from that perspective, you could argue that what I do has that artistic balance and styling to it too. I don't think of it in those terms. Now I might be more open to it on next season, where my current plan at least is I've got some white porcelain tiles, and I am planning on doing some freehand acrylic painting. It's actually inspired by a watercolor image that I painted freehand. I can show that a second. I'm going to use this image as the inspiration for some freehand acrylic on porcelain tiles. But I don't think of it in the terms of classically done, talented, skillful art for that thing. From my perspective, I think of it more along the lines of just coloring. My talent, my skill, if you will, comes into the freeness with the color selection. I'm not bound to the color wheel, and I refuse to be bound to the color wheel. And then the ability to stay with it inside the lines at least 80% of the time. But I'm trying to be a little more open to positive feedback and praise of it without putting myself down so much. I'm very good at the self-deprecating thing, and see a friend that's like, you're too self-deprecating, and like, I was deprecated long before self came into it. So, but I look at the things and I see the great artists that did unbelievable technique and photorealistic paintings and stuff like that, or the stylings of Van Gogh or Picasso and the like, and I'm like, I got nothing on those guys. I'm below the starving artist level on that, so I don't think of it in those lines, no matter what people say. Now, if I start making serious money off of it for some insane reason, I might have to change my perspective on that. But right now, I'm just working on not turning down praise that and compliments that the people giving them feel are deserved, even if I don't think so myself. I will give myself, though, that you got it with people being pleased with the outcome, and that's definitely a goal for anybody involved in art, is not just being satisfied with it yourself, but having other people, be they viewing it or buying it, having other people appreciate it. That's definitely on the target list, even if you don't consider yourself particularly talented. I may feel it's undeserved, and I'm trying to be better about that. But I do, I appreciate that people like the results. I like the results. I just don't think that I'm particularly artsy in getting them. If that's me being realistic or me putting myself down unjustly, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. And with that, I am going to throw one more tune in and work on shutting down. About 3 hours is all I can manage today. I need to settle back with some painkillers and a heat pack, I think. The hip is ceasing to like me. Thank you for stopping by. I do this stream typically Saturdays in the afternoon, starting around 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Even numbered Saturdays, I do art streams. Odd number, I do game streams, where I'm currently in Civilization 5, seeing if I can't turn around a situation where I got dragged into a war by somebody who declared war on me, and I need to do some serious tech development in the Navy to come out on top. So we'll see where I land with that. Otherwise, on even numbered Saturdays, I get here and music and painting or markers, or one of these seasons is going to be colored pencils, I'm sure. Anybody who's been here regularly knows that I shill for Lords of the Night and 2 Cents Plus, their Saturday night stuff, especially Lords of the Night in 1 hour on Ranting Monkey's channel, and shortly after 2 Cents Plus, you'll have Satsu 2 Cents and Ranting Monkey. They're still in 7 Days to Die, Alpha 19. With some of the latest updates on it. I think they're coming up on a Horde Night tonight. If you got other people that you like, share them front, backwards, sideways. Mr. Dexton, you do what? Comic book curation? Or is it something else you do? I know sometimes you show on Monkey in the Morning too, but... Oh, you do nothing. Okay. You appreciate the efforts of others. That's what you do. You appreciate the efforts of others and support them in spirit if nothing else is available to you. But let's see. Kyler does his stream on Sundays if he's not working. I'm here on weekends, Lords of the Night, weekdays and Saturdays. Other people, remember, if you like a creator, you like what they do, or you just think they're good at it, share them out, because if they're not a major media company like CNN or MSNBC or something like that, YouTube's not YouTube's not promoting them. YouTube doesn't like the little guy right now, which is funny because it's the little guy that made YouTube what it is. Smart ass in chat. Yeah, I'll match you on that sometimes. The other one that I usually watch or sometimes take part in consistently is on Jack Gunsky's channel, Tuesday nights after Lords of the Night for Quiplash Games and Quippers United. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Unless you tune into a actual fascist or communist channel, and then, they're worse. No, it's a fun place to be. I will warn you, none of those streams are necessarily that family friendly. So let parents be warned. Lord's, you got... I'm about to mention Jack Gunsky's game stream. Yeah, well, you've been on it. I've been on it. I will again. I'm always willing to be a fill-in player for him if he needs one too. So it's fun. It's not safe for work. It's not for kids. And I'm kind of surprised that we haven't been banned for it. But it's fun to be involved in. Well, that's kind of where things get sitting out. I will see y'all next week if you stop by. Anybody that's over at Lords of the Night on Ranty Monkey's channel, enjoy that. In the meantime, I'll throw one more song in and we will be closing out.
I didn't do it.
Say